Day 5023 of Rico's training log, or something like that. Today is the 26th. Our last ride was on the 19th, and we did not get anything done in the last week. We didn't have the week that we planned for. The weather got us, work got us, and our plan last time I rode was to take him out in the pasture, see if I could get him to relax or see if he would be naughty. So that's my plan for today. We didn't get it done as soon as we thought we would, but we're getting it done today. And we're gonna see if he moves forward or if he decides to freeze up. That's what he was doing with my daughter. He was freezing up. He didn't want to move forward. We're gonna see how he responds out there. Rico, why are you so fractious? I made a mistake. Right before I got on, I got angry about something. It wasn't something major, it was something minor. It had nothing to do with the horse. It was something else in my life going on, and I allowed it to disturb my spirit before I even got on him. And this happened just in the moments between untying him and leading him over to mount him up. Right after I got on his back, I realized my mistake, and I knew that I had to correct it right then. So I actually stopped and I said a prayer, and I allowed God to still my spirit and his before we ever started our actual ride. That does not mean that his spirit stayed still for the entire ride, though. He was actually very fractious and anxious. After we got started into the ride, there is a particular hill that he loves to gallop up and down anyhow, and it's been a while since I've ridden him out there in the pasture. Even though we've been working on relaxation in the round pen, I think it's been a while since we've worked on that together out in the pasture. So whenever we got out there, he was fractious, he was wanting to run, and which was a complete opposite of what he was doing with my daughter. With my daughter, he was freezing up, he was running sideways, rearing up, spinning around. But I had to break out all of my tools to get him to start thinking, to use his brain, to relax. And we did make progress. I did make the decision, though, that when the day does come for us to go fox hunting, I am not going to be riding him in a snaffle. He was charging through it, and I did have to work with him on circling, but circles weren't enough. I had to do some one-rein stops, and I even had to resort to using the fence to come to a complete halt, not from a gallop. But he did definitely need reinforcement with the fence to come to a complete halt. And then later on in the ride, I was able to get a complete halt without using the fence. But I did make the decision that when we do go fox hunting later on this year, I will definitely be using a bit with some leverage. Something probably similar to what I use on him whenever I'm riding Western. And I would use a bit with leverage just so I don't have to fight with him, so that I can use more finesse. Because if he is hot, hyper, anxious, ready to go, we're not going to have a fun ride. We're not going to be safe to be out in the field if he's charging through a snaffle bit. Ultimately, it was a successful ride because I went in with a goal and I achieved progress towards that goal. I was very proud of the fact that he actually walked up the hill that he loves to charge up. That was difficult for him. physically and mentally to just calm down and walk up that hill, and he did it. I managed to get him to walk in circles at the bottom of the hill and at the top of the hill. I also got him to stop and relax and just breathe, both at the bottom of the hill and the top of the hill. He did spend a lot of time trying to gallop off with me, but he was responsive. Whenever I asked him to turn, he turned. I was able to get him to circle. I was able to get one ring stops. I was able to get him to back. I also made some decisions about our future that are going to greatly impact our safety and enjoyment and others' safety and enjoyment whenever it comes to fox hunting. So overall, I'd say it was a very successful ride. We've got more to work on our next ride, and we have a plan. Because of other responsibilities in my life and also the weather, I don't expect to get much riding done over the next couple of weeks. It'll be just like this past week, and I know that the more consistent I can be, the better off it is for him for training and for me for my own muscles, for his muscles. I know that leading up to fox hunting, we're both going to have to get into shape, but I also realize my own time constraints, and I just have to work with what I have to work with right now. Once we get past the middle of August, though, then I'm hoping to be able to increase my riding time, increase his training time.